would make it this far. They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah, man. Y'all see what it is and what's going down right now, man. We're kicking back here at one of our favorite spots, man, outside of the typical studio. We are here at the awesome Astute Gentleman in Addison, Texas, man. Just kicking back, got our drinks, got our cigars, ready for another great show today, man. If you don't know, I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, here with my excellent co-host, starting with Mr. El Grande Toro, Jonas Bull, back in the building, man, in the saddle, baby. What's going down, Jay?
Stuff.
Yeah? Hey, what you think about this Astute Gentleman, though, you know?
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's my first time here.
Yeah.
This rocks.
Quite the setup, man.
You got barbershop, nice barbershop, not some old grandpa barbershop.
Yep.
And got cigar lounge, got a little bar over there. It's nice.
Yep. And then, you know, it's a beautiful location, man. Appreciate you, Jeff, again, for allowing us to come and post up and do what we love to do inside of this awesome environment, man. Also joining us, y'all know who it is my uncle, Mr. Ronald Bowell. What's going down, huh?
Oh, nothing much, man. Enjoying the Astute Gentleman Cigar Lounge, having a cigar, relaxing.
Hey, I knew you would enjoy it. You've been looking forward to this, young.
So we need the Noonish fans to get your pencil and paper out. I want y'all to grade J.A. today. See if y'all gonna give him see if he gonna be an A or B. We're trying to keep him off the C list, but
you know,
he slide down fast.
I'm in the advanced classes. You know, I'm in the top of the top of the classes. You know, and in them AP classes, isn't that what they call them?
You get the AP class.
Yeah, I'm in the AP classes, man.
You said like a C in this class is the equivalent of an A.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. But you know, I never make C's. You know, like they're trying to create a new class for me when it comes to this sports and tech topic. They're trying to, you know, it's like, hey, he is just he is somehow outperformed even this level. You know,
I believe we are the number one sports and technology podcast
in the world. No doubt about it. Hey, go check the stats, man, and you'll see us when you type in sports and technology focus. Yeah, man. I saw ESPN try to steal our sweat. I swear ESPN be watching our show. You know, and I swear they steal some things from us every now and again because Bomani, he tried to throw a little sports and technology, you know, show out there.
Bomani Jones.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, there's only one, bro. First of all, I see what you're doing. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it. But hey, there's only one Noonish, baby. And welcome and thank y'all for joining us. So.
Speaking of technology and sports,
what's that?
I no longer have a perfect record in fantasy football.
Perfectly, yeah.
I won one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I thought you were going to pull off upset this weekend.
It was close. It was close. It was. I think I got as close as it was possible for me to get.
Yeah, we're going to definitely get to that. You know, because I got upset too. You know, so you know, there's a new number one in the house, and we'll talk about who that number one is. Anyway,
so who beat you, Jerry?
You know, we'll talk about it. You know, I didn't get beat. My team did, though. You know what I'm saying? I guess that means I did lose if my team lost.
Yeah. Technically, when your team lose, you usually lose also.
Yeah, I got one more loss than I had last week. So yeah, I definitely lost. But I know how you feel about that. You know, after Dak has continuously lost time and time again, but. Anyway, let's get moving on to these topics, man. We're going to start off on a positive note again this week. How about the Texas Rangers, baby?
Rangers
are balling. Have y'all had a chance to take a look at any of these Texas Rangers ALCS games?
It's early enough that I'm still catching previews or highlights, rather.
Yeah.
But it's a different team.
Absolutely.
I mean, literally, it's a different team.
Yeah.
But it does not look like the Texas Rangers of a couple of years ago.
The Rangers
of last year.
Yeah. No, this is no longer a John Daniels regime. right? We actually know baseball. It's not all about analytics, and we have guys that can go out here and perform. That human element is real in sports, man. So you gotta account for it. But man, what's crazy is we've had one home game in all of these playoffs. We are 7-0 and have won 6 road games.
Yeah, well, when you went on the road and the series is over, you don't get a chance to go.
Yeah, we won 2 in Tampa, swept in that 3-game series, had best 3 out of 5, won 2 times in Baltimore, came home, won that game, swept Baltimore, started off this ALCS series against the hated Houston Disastros. I got no love for you, H-Town. I know we both Texas, but if y'all were to play anybody else in America, I'd go for that other team because I don't mess with y'all.
That's harsh.
Yeah, it is. I don't mess with y'all at all.
Oh, you got H-Town like that?
I don't mess with the Astros like that. I don't mess with the Rockets like that either. So I guess
Oh,
if
what about the Texans?
I don't mess with them either because they're not the Oilers. You know? I call them Texans, even though I do like what C.J. Stroud is doing. You know, down there, the young buck, he's balling. I do appreciate it. I just can't rock with Houston sports just because of the people down there, man. You get on my nerves, Houstoners. The way y'all talk smack, man, it's just too much for me. You know, I can't handle it. You know, I can't handle it. I got some homies down there, you know, of course. And it's a very healthy rivalry, but I don't like the Astros ever at any point in time. But the Rangers are balling right now, man. Valdi went back out there, pitched a pretty solid game again 2 days ago. What's today? On Monday night. And, man, it looks good because we have Mad Max on the bump for us. He's returning from his injury, Max Scherzer. He's throwing for us tonight. So, you know, starting to look good. Things are coming together. The offense has been really putting people out early, you know. We went out there 2 nights ago, put 4 runs up in the first inning. I mean, before you could blink, it's 4-0, you know. And, you know, continue to add on to that lead. Houston made it interesting towards the end. You know, we only ended up winning 5-4. Alvarez, that guy, 2 home runs. He's been killing it all postseason. But he's a big brother, man, swinging a stick.
Oh, yeah.
Big 44. He got that Hammer and Hank phone number. I mean, jersey number. I said phone number. Hammer and Hank jersey number.
He might have his phone number, too. I don't know.
Well, he ain't calling him because rest in peace, Hank Aaron, you know.
Well, you know, that might be a secret.
But he might have his number, though. He could have his number, but no, the Rangers are looking really good right now. Excited to see what they continue to do. Hopefully they can close this thing out in 2 games and rest up for the World Series. It's going to be a very difficult opponent, whoever we play. On the other side, Philadelphia, the Phillies are playing against the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 really good teams, man. Arizona handled us pretty easily in the season. It was during our slump, though, so they got with us. They caught us at the right time and dealt with us, man. I think they swept us. I don't know if we beat Arizona this year. Don't mark my words. Is that what they say?
Don't quote me on that.
Don't quote me on that. Yeah, don't quote me on that. But the Diamondbacks are stout, but they're down 2-0 right now to a Phillies team that is balling. Right? Of course.
I prefer Philly.
Yeah, I do too. You know.
I prefer Philly.
Yeah, I'm a Bryce Harper guy. I love Bryce Harper. I've been preaching Bryce Harper for a while now. I think he is he's the LeBron James of baseball because I say that because they've been following Bryce Harper since he was 15 years old, hitting home runs out of Tropicana Park, hitting the roof in these stadiums as a 15-year-old kid, and he's handled it very well, you know, much like LeBron. You don't get many problems out of him, and the kid they break his hand. He's going off in the season, they break his hand, he comes back, he's still balling, you know. And right now he's carrying that team. And they have another gentleman, Nick Castellanos, I think his name is. That guy is going crazy. I think they both had 2 home runs the other night. They put up a 10 spot last night on the Diamondbacks. You know, beat them 10-0.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see the game.
Yeah,
I saw the highlights.
Yeah. And those are individual runs. 10 different people across the plate.
Yeah.
That ain't a touchdown and a field goal. Like,
Right.
That's 10 people came across the plate. So they're balling, man. Scherzer had 2 home runs last night, I believe. I like Scherzer. He's a former Cubby. And, you know, they really have a stout lineup, man. So whatever happens in this World Series, whoever makes it, it's going to be a great series, and looking forward to it. But we can move on.
So let me ask you something.
What's up?
You're as a baseball guy.
Mm-hmm.
So just thinking about the broken hand situation.
Yeah.
Is there any other sport where basically everybody who's playing, not everybody on the team because everybody might not be playing that night, but basically everybody that's playing has the potential to get a key piece of their physiology damaged by the other team on every single offensive play that they're involved in?
Well, football for sure, right?
Kinda, but like it's a little like football's such a full body sport that like it's like you could take like if you're a lineman you can take an injury to your hand and
keep moving.
Yeah.
No. So
unless you're like a running back or a quarterback, like they're pretty delicate.
Yeah. No. So your hands are everything in baseball.
Yeah, because you got to catch, you got to throw, you got to bat.
You can't hit without your hands. Impossible.
And every single time you're at bat, like the pitcher is throwing a 90 to 100 mile an hour ball, hard ball, like that close to your hands.
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
Your face, for that matter.
No doubt. And then you have this much time to react. Luckily, I've never been hitting my hands. I've been hit just about everywhere else, but when it came to my hands, I got out the way. You know, I may have gotten hit right here before, but I've never broken a hand or anything like that. Another thing, catchers, you know, catching the ball, catching that 100 mile an hour fastball, if you don't catch it correctly and it hits that thumb, it's a wrap. All this is swole up.
Oh yeah.
And it'll, you'll feel that. You'll feel the effects of that for months.
You're not gonna have a pitcher trying to kill the catcher unless they got some kind of feud.
No, but you do have pitchers that are trying to kill the batters.
Exactly.
For various reasons. Old school rules. Bryce Harper is one of the new school guys that likes to flash. He likes the bat flips. He likes to, to sauce it up a little bit, make the game a little more interesting.
Which he honestly needs.
Yeah, we need that. They sped the game up and they're trying to do different things, but I wish they would embrace the bat flip. Adolis Garcia, he hits a bomb the other night and he knew it was gone. He walks a couple steps and tosses it back to the right. Like, I love seeing that.
Right.
I love seeing that. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the problem?
Old school mentality. Oh, you don't show up the other team. My whole thing is he shouldn't have thrown that pitch.
Mine too.
If you don't want me to swag out, bro, don't keep me from swagging out.
Right.
Hey, if you don't want me to flip the bat, don't serve up a home run.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because you got every opportunity to, if you strike me out, you sure going to flex or do whatever you do if it's in an intense situation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind that, but it's
the
people
other team has already shown up when the ball go over the wall.
Mm-hmm.
They already shown up, so I don't understand that mentality at all.
That's just the old school mentality. They're like, man, just act like you've done it before. It's like, all right, if I do it every time, then you know what I mean?
That's what I do every time.
Yeah.
I did it before. That's why I'm doing it again.
Like we had a period of time 10 or 15 years ago or so when in football, when some people were taking it a little too far.
Yeah.
Like the end zone dance was getting a little out of hand.
I was enjoying it though.
It was kind of fun, but after 15 minutes of the same guy after the same play, it's like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, like when Ocho Cinco put the Hall of Fame jacket on, or when T.O. signed the football, or when Randy Moss acted like he was mooning the crowd,
All that's good.
Yeah.
But when you are down there and then your teammates run 60 yards down the field and y'all wait on 2 or 3 more, you're slowing the game down. Right. Now, all of that, but if you do something, it doesn't matter. If you Joe on, if you go get the telephone and all that's fine. But when you got this stuff where you got to wait on 5 or 6 other guys, and then y'all got to do 2 steps to the left and 2 steps to the right, now that's a little much for me.
Yeah, and when did the defenses start running to the camera in the end zone? I think the Cowboys started that, huh? The Hot Boys. Remember, they get the turnover and then all of them run to the end zone together. There's 8 people posing in the camera. Like, that's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. It's not easy to score. It's a lot more offense these days than it used to be. But you ought to be able to celebrate a little bit.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like I say, you celebrate. But if I'm 60 yards down the field, say that energy for the next play.
Yeah.
Because I see some of these guys running faster to celebrate than they do than when they're on their route or they covering somebody.
Facts. Yeah, facts, man. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a good World Series, man. Y'all check it out. Check out the Rangers tonight, man. Philly plays tonight as well.
Maybe we'll catch a bat flip on there.
Yeah, hopefully. Actually, I don't know if Philly plays tonight. It might just be the Rangers tonight, and then both games tomorrow. But
Yeah.
let's go, Rangers. Bring us a winner back home, baby. We need it.
Yeah, bring that World Series banner back to the new stadium.
We've never had one. Moving on.
Maybe it's time.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time to talk about them Cowboys, man. They escaped out of L.A. That wasn't even a...
This is Escape from L.A.?
Yeah, they escaped out of there, man. Like, they barely got out of there, bro. Like,
Absolutely, they
you
did.
know, but they got out of there with a win.
Like,
They got out of there with a
Jake
win.
the Snake Plissken.
Yeah, can't complain too much, you know, because you know that was a real boring game to me.
Well, it was
like it was sloppy.
Yeah, exactly. Dallas is very lucky that L.A. played just as bad as they did.
Yeah,
Because every time they would get in the red zone, they'd get a penalty, just like Dallas did. And, you know, so they both played a bad game, but Dallas came out with the win.
yeah.
And Dak outdueled Justin Herbert.
I wouldn't say that.
Go look at the stats.
Did it? What the stats say?
Oh, the stats say Dak got it.
He got him?
Because Dak got the W, he got the L.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't argue with that. But I mean, how much
Number
it
one
was?
most important stuff.
I mean, you know, last time they played, Dak got it.
Yeah, that's a bad team versus a bad team.
That's exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a bad quarterback versus a bad
Quarterback.
coordinator. Right?
That's a bad quarterback versus another bad
Hey,
quarterback.
I take Josh Herbert here in Dallas right now over Dak. I don't know anybody else that wouldn't.
Me? I wouldn't.
Why is that?
What is it? Justin Herbert, did you... Come on. We're not going to grade these guys on the curve. We're going to grade them all the same.
Yeah.
I seen Justin Herbert miss 3 or 4 wide open receivers the other night.
Yeah.
He
did.
I mean, you know, so he threw... Him and Dak played pretty much the same, except for Dak team played a little bit better than his.
Well, I mean,
You know.
Dak also, again, threw a ball out of bounds on a guy that should have scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and Dak also threw the ball right in the guy's hands that dropped it.
When?
Mike Gallup.
Oh,
He
yeah,
dropped
Gallup.
that touchdown right
Yeah.
in both hands.
Yeah, he did. He did
But that was a trip inside the red zone that turned to nothing. But Dak already hit you in your hands in the end zone.
Yeah, but
so you're only as good as your teammates. And I'm gonna prove that before the day is over. San Francisco quarterback.
Hey, you know that number one receiver for us, number 88?
Number 88, he was in the slot a lot this week.
7 targets,
Yeah, 7 targets.
7 catches,
He was in the slot.
130 yards. Hey,
He was in the slot.
I like CD in the slot.
Yeah,
I've
because
never
he's not.
argued
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And the guy that owned this place last time we was here,
Yeah.
He
So
put
he's a
his
slot
elbow-
receiver.
said CD's a slot receiver.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Cowboys recruiting or scouting that should have known this about CD Lamb. He was in the slot in OU, you know? So the way I saw it was CD should have been
Been in the slot
in
all
addition to Dez, not a replacement for Dez. You know what I'm saying? Because they were in the conversations of bringing Dez back.
So is Dak on the recruiting team?
I'm sure he's got a little input. I'm sure he's got a little input. You know, what quarterback doesn't have input into the weapons that he plays with? You know.
Yeah.
So, but you know, Dak, he played good enough. You know, I can't go too hard on Dak. There's some throws that was just like, bro, like keep it in bounds. Like, what's going on right now?
Just like every other quarterback throws some throws.
and-
Just like Justin Herbert throws some throws. If you was a San Diego fan, you know what you would be saying. Man,
Well, they
bro,
LA,
Justin
LA
Herbert.
now. We said
I
San
mean,
Diego
yeah,
all
yeah.
week.
Excuse me. Y'all keep going back and forth. You
Yeah.
can't make your mind up, but I'm stuck in San Diego with you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm trying to move on down. I'm trying to move on down. But anyway, he threw. If you was a San Diego fan, I would be saying today, oh man, Justin Herbert threw some terrible balls the other day.
Yeah, no doubt.
Exactly.
He did that, right?
Exactly.
I can't deny that. I still rather have Justin Herbert than Dak. Just
You'd
based
probably
off
be getting the
projection.
same results.
Because he's younger, better arm. Herbert has the arm that Dak thinks he has, right? Dak throws the ball like he feels like he has like a rifle.
Dak
for
has
arm.
Dak has the wins and losses that Justin Herbert wish he had.
Oh yeah, but that.
So your arm ain't doing you no good.
That's a bad coach.
So that just shows you if Justin Herbert is so good, his teammates must not be good enough.
He's got a bad coach.
He's got Kellen Moore.
I'm talking about the head coach.
And then they kept saying, and this is what I want everybody to know about Kellen Moore. Oh, he led the league in twice when he was in Dallas. It wasn't Kellen Moore. It was Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott. That's who he had.
It was that defense.
No, he led the league in Dallas led the offensive side.
Oh, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
But that was the years you had Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott at his peak. So,
very true.
Your scheme is a lot better when you got better players.
Absolutely.
Include Kellen Moore
and
Jimmy Johnson. Because, he did coach the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing like Dallas.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because he didn't have the players.
No doubt. And they had a salary cap at that point, so he couldn't go get the players.
Absolutely.
Right? But yeah, man. So Dallas, we came out of there with a win. You know?
Dallas, we beat LA, and I'm glad.
Great job defense. Michael Parsons got a sack that we needed. Other than that, he had another very quiet week.
Very pedestrian-like game. Yeah. Lined up offside twice.
I think
he needed to get a sack.
He had a lot of zeros across the board again until he had that sack.
And I want to apologize. Michael Parsons did make a tackle against San Francisco. He had one.
He had one tackle? Oh, man.
And he got that late in the fourth quarter. Like, now that sack, he got late in the fourth quarter. We needed that.
We needed
that.
Yeah, man. But
we needed that.
Michael, we love you, bro. Need you to step up a little bit.
Quit talking so much and play a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been talking quite a bit. He said he ain't talking to the media. He's only talking on his podcast. So
okay.
I'm looking forward to his next media interview.
How about skipping your podcast, go run some hills and lift some weights? How about that?
I don't think we got to worry about that dude's athleticism, man.
Hey, but if you ain't in good enough shape, he sure go to the sideline a lot.
Yeah,
to be a number one player.
Yeah, he does.
Every time I look around, he going to this. I'm like, your best player going to. So, man, I never hardly see Joey Bosa lead the field for the 49ers.
Yeah,
Getting the kind of shape Joey Bosa in, maybe you want to run to the side.
I don't think he's tired. It's all them packages the Cowboys have, man. I don't know.
And that's why your packages are not working as good when your best player is not on the field.
Hey, Leighton Vander Esch wasn't in the game this week, and we got much better middle linebacker play.
What did I say?
We stopped the run a hell of a lot more and better than we did.
What did I say the other week?
Oh, I've been saying Vander Esch.
I want Leighton Vander Esch to have a long, illustrious career on another team. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that?
I believe that is exactly
for somebody else. You know?
I want all these good dudes to have long, illustrious career.
Yeah.
That's not for the Cowboys.
Yeah. You just do that elsewhere, please.
Yes, sir.
But nah, shout out to the Cowboys, man. It was a good game, man. That one play, man, when Tolbert on that punt, when he got blocked into the guy and then he went and touched the ball, I was like, oh, Lord, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go with the foolishness.
Yeah.
But they escaped up out of there, man.
Well, it's a good thing that Los Angeles came right back with some foolishness and got penalized inside their red zone and pushed back.
Yeah.
And then,
So
they were playing just as bad as Dallas, if not worse.
Yeah, I mean, we got the win. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how. But I guess we can go ahead and move on.
Let's move on to some of these other NFL teams.
Yeah, we got a few more NFL teams to talk about. There was some big upsets this week in the league, starting with San Francisco.
Oh, that's what I wanted to get. I can't wait.
And oh man, them boys took an L to the Cleveland Browns. And I told you, you was like, when was the Cleveland Browns defense good? Like, they the number one defense in the league.
Games.
Yeah, they number one defense.
Over the last 6 games.
Yeah.
They weren't number one last year.
No.
So over the last 6 games.
This season.
Yeah.
In 2023, they're the number one defense, right?
Okay.
And they are that. They've got some stout dudes on that line, starting with Myles Garrett, which is an absolute freak of nature, man. That dude there is massive, ripped. Like, how you going to be big and ripped? How you going to be almost 300 pounds with a six-pack?
But I thought Prudy could take the team on his shoulders and carry the team. But this is why Prudy looks so bad. Let me break it down to you, Jay.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuels was hurt.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey was hurt.
Yep.
And Trent Williams was hurt, right?
Yep.
And Brock Prudy looked not only pedestrian, he looked below average.
I wouldn't say that.
He only passed for 125 yards.
Yep.
Threw an interception, got sacked 3 times, missed 3 or 4 open receivers when he did have time. He looked very average without his best teammates.
Absolutely.
You are only as good as your teammates,
But yet-
including Brock Purdy. It doesn't matter who you're playing because this is the thing. The defense did their part. They held Cleveland to 17 points.
Yeah, no doubt.
So now
still,
we need you, Prudy, since you are the best thing since sliced bread, to come on in here and carry the team to a victory like you want other people to do without your best players.
Well, he did put them in the position to win that game. If I'm not mistaken, the San Francisco 49ers lost the game by a missed field goal.
No,
so without Christian
I think the
McCaffrey,
score was 17-10, if I'm not mistaken.
no, it was 20-19.
Oh, 20-19.
Yeah.
Okay.
So without Christian McCaffrey, without Deebo Samuel, without Trent Williams, when the game was on the line,
you only passed for 125 yards.
it don't matter.
Yes, it does.
When the game
because
was
if
on
you
the line,
pass for when the game was on the line, you lost.
when the game was on the line, he drove his team down the field and put them in position to win, only to lose the game due to a 41-yard missed field goal. It was a fan, I think in the Iowa game the other day in college, that made a 20-yarder, a 30-yarder, and a 40-yard field goal out of the stands.
Okay.
Right?
So let
and
me
this
say this.
NFL kicker misses a 41-yard field goal.
Okay, so
That's from the 24.
Prudy, you had all game. Why did you wait till the end to drive your team down the field? Why you didn't do it in the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter like you've been doing all year? This is your lowest output because you are not no better than your teammates.
Well, once
he had his best teammates weren't there. 125 yards passing.
Well,
I don't care what you say.
The defense kept the game in
125
manageable.
yards. Let me talk to Jonas.
That sound like
125 yards passing, Jonas. Don't you think that's a real bad day for an NFL quarterback? Under any circumstances?
It's not the best.
It's definitely not the best.
It's the worst. It's the worst. Look it up. He had the lowest passing of anybody. 125 yards?
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. But yet and still, he was playing against the number one defense, and he still put his team in the position to win the game. That's all I'm saying.
All by himself.
Now, Dak has had several opportunities at the end of the game to drive us down the field and do something. And what does he do? 3 and out. Like, Dak does not do that.
Dallas is 4-2, so he done did it enough for him to be 4-2. He's done it enough for his team to be 4-2.
His defense has done enough to put Dak has played with a short field all season.
Okay, Prudy had the same defense that he beat Dallas with, and he lost with that same defense. So don't put it on the defense.
But he put him in position to win. If the kicker makes that field goal, we ain't having this conversation right now.
So if
you see that filth right there? Boy, if you keep on doing that as much as you if, I'm going to have to call the Uber for you to go home. Because we don't want this if. Let me tell you that. If Prudy would have played better for 3 quarters, he wouldn't have came to the last play of the game.
I feel you on that.
That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't turning them. He had a pick, but Dak got 1 million of them. Dak has 40.
No, Dak only got 4.
He's got, I'm saying, in the past 30-something games, Dak has 40-plus turnovers.
Okay.
All right. That's all I'm saying.
But with the
Purdy
40
did enough to put his team in position to win. That's all I'm saying.
With the 40-plus turnovers, Dallas keep beating all the quarterbacks that everybody says so good. They beat Burrow. They done beat him twice. They done beat all the good young quarterbacks.
Dallas didn't beat Burrow with Dak.
It doesn't matter. They beat him. So if they can beat him with Cooper Rush, they might can beat him with Jones over there. They might can beat him with you over there.
I think Cooper Rush would have beat Arizona this year. I don't believe he would have beat the 49ers just because I don't know. I can't believe the Browns beat him. With a backup quarterback. Deshaun Watson wasn't even playing.
Let me
PJ Walker
tell you this.
It's 2 years removed from the USFL.
Let me say this. If Dallas have 9 penalties and let the other team rush for 200 yards, I don't care who the quarterback is, especially Cooper Rush, you're not winning the game.
All I'm saying
is... And that's what they did against Arizona.
Cleveland
you're not winning the game when you give up 200 yards. Right? Don't you hear that all? Do you watch ESPN?
Cleveland put up 20 points on San Francisco. Dak put up 10. Dak hadn't put up 20 points in the last 3 times he's played against San Francisco.
That's because he playing by himself. What about the other 10 guys?
PJ Walker, the backup running back forward, and a guy Kareem Hunt they just got off the street 2 weeks ago, went in there and beat San Francisco. We had a full staff. We had nobody injured on offense, and we couldn't score more than 10 points.
So that's all on that.
PJ Walker. Obviously, I'd rather have P.J. Walker than Dak. If he could put up 20 against San Francisco, I'd rather have him. Because Dak has not done that.
So what's their record?
Same as the Cowboys' record, 4-2.
So when did P.J. Walker been to the playoffs?
I mean, he's played 2 games now. He lost his first game and then went out and beat San Francisco.
So now he's great because he won because he beat San Francisco.
I'm saying he's better than Dak because Dak ain't sniffed 20
That's the whole thing with this right now. People see Prudy, he won 15 games. Man, he haven't won no Super Bowls. He haven't did nothing. He's just like all the other quarterbacks.
I'm just saying.
Everybody's average except for Patrick Mahomes and maybe 1 or 2 other quarterbacks.
And Dak is below average because a guy out the USFL just beat San Francisco and put up more points than Dak has. I think Dak has a combined 23 points. Dak has, in 3 games, he's got a combined like 39 points against the 49ers. You average that out. You just barely above 10 points.
You keep saying Dak. I thought the Cowboys played it for us. So you putting Dak against a whole team. Let's say the Cowboys only put that up. The Cowboys lost the game. Dak can't win or lose by himself.
Dak loses when they lose.
Yeah, Dak. When they lose, it's Dak, but when they win, it's everybody else.
Because everybody else the defense is scoring as many touchdowns as Dak. They're putting them in field when they're not scoring a touchdown. They're giving him only 30 yards he needs to work with. So yeah, Dak is absolutely not carrying his team. There's nothing about his game that shows that he's the quarterback carrying his team.
No quarterback is carrying the team, so they might well stop that. Because as soon as why Prudy carry his team now?
Tom Brady carried his New England teams for years.
No, he did.
You can't name the players. Pat Mahomes is carrying his team.
No, he's not.
Right?
No, he's not.
All right, so outside of Travis Kelce, who can you name on that team?
It doesn't matter.
I don't
watch Kansas City every week. But let me tell you about Tom Brady. Okay, if Tom Brady's so great, he won 3 Super Bowls. Go look at his record in the Super Bowls. Some of his Super Bowls, he didn't score 20 points.
No doubt.
20 points, about 4 or 5 Super Bowls, he didn't score 20 points.
No doubt.
So, and then for 3 or 4 years, when he had bad teammates and they didn't make the playoffs at all, he had to leave and go to Tampa Bay,
no doubt,
which already had 2,000-yard receivers,
and still,
the number 1 defense, and a running game. He had better teammates.
We're still talking about a guy that's been to almost 20% of the Super Bowls in the history of the Super Bowl and has won over 13% of the Super Bowls. So Tom Brady absolutely carried his team because he never had weapons. When he finally had weapons,
he absolutely did not.
He didn't win the Super Bowl when he had weapons.
And when he had his best players, he didn't
win.
even win the Super Bowl with Randy Moss.
Very true.
When he had his best, because guess what? He ran against a better team.
But now, they lost on the last play of the game, though. Plaxico Burress.
But you had all game.
But they scored points. He can't prevent teams from scoring.
You better go look up New England Super Bowls.
I'm talking about that game in particular against the Giants. They put up points in that game.
How many points they put up? 17?
We can look it up. I'm not positive.
Look it up.
Let me see.
Look it up. Because the Giants beat him twice. And I don't think he scored 20 points either time in the Super Bowl. The Giants beat him twice. And if he did, it was 21. Because the Giants had Eli Manning. He's nowhere near the quarterback Tom Brady.
But he beat him twice.
But he beat him twice.
I mean, big game play.
Because you know why? Eli Manning had better teammates.
Yeah, 17-14 was one of the games.
Okay.
And,
you only scored 14. The great Tom Brady only lost 17-14. So come on.
Yeah, that was the year they had Randy Moss. They lost 17-14.
With the best receiver, he's supposed to be the best receiver. You the best quarterback. You can't even score 14.
No, well,
Come on, man. You're only as good as your teammates. So y'all write that down and print it on your forehead. I don't care who you are.
We'll get off that because I can't convince Unc that he ain't the one. You know, he ain't.
No,
the man.
I'm not saying Dak is not the one, but I'm gonna say it like this: Justin Herbert ain't the one. Burrow ain't the one. All these guys ain't the one because if they was, they would have a Super Bowl championship. None of them has and Justin Herbert have even made the playoffs.
It's a problem when you got to go through Pat Mahomes. And Pat Mahomes is
always
the one.
A problem.
Pat Mahomes is Neo. He is the one, right? But let's get back to these games this week, right?
Yeah, come on.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Because you're a Dak hater.
I'm not a Dak
lover.
I'm not a Dak hater.
But I'm saying like this: Dak is an average NFL quarterback, and I don't see but 2 or 3 quarterbacks that you could bring to Dallas and they would be any better.
Don't believe that, Dak. I don't hate you. I just want you to be better. That's it. And you're not living.
Well, you're not. Well, after 7-8 years, you're probably gonna get no better.
Well, they need to make a move. They need to make a move. Don't pay that man again. He got enough money.
I wouldn't have paid him the first time.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't have paid him the first time.
I wouldn't either. I agree with you 100% right there, man. That but he put him in a tough spot, and hopefully they make a decision.
I wouldn't have gave Lamar.
Man.
I wouldn't have gave Lamar all that money.
I mean, I'd love to have Lamar down here doing what he does, but again, another upset this past week was
let's go.
The undefeated Philadelphia Eagles went out and lost to the Jets, a team that we beat 30-10. The Eagles, healthy, everybody's healthy, took an L to the Jets, man, to a backup quarterback who was the number 1 draft pick, but has made strides this year and is managing that team's offense very well, doing what he has to do to get wins, not turning the ball over. Went out and beat the Eagles, man. That was a crazy. Nobody saw that coming.
Did not help.
I wish I'd have bet on them 2 games. I'd have made some money.
How many interceptions Jalen Hurts throw? I think he threw 3.
Yeah, he threw 3 picks.
Okay, give him the same treatment that you gave Dak.
I can't do that. I can't.
Why? Because you like him better, right?
Because Jalen Hurts got a better body of work. He was at least in the Super Bowl last year, and he was competitive in the Super Bowl last year, putting up points because of him and his decision making, his accuracy, things that Dak does not do.
It had nothing to do with their defense and none of that. It was just Jalen Hurts by himself.
No, I'm not saying that, but he made plays.
They had the second best team in football. That's why they were in the Super Bowl last year.
Did Dak make plays last year? No. Has he made very many plays this year? No.
Michael Parsons didn't have a sack after the 12th game. The last 5 or 6 games, he didn't have a sack. The subject. So if he would have been getting some sacks,
the subject. Huh? I need a quarterback that can make a play. I need a defense when we need it.
That can stop somebody from getting 200 yards. Dallas need a lot of things. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So don't just say they need a quarterback. They need some players to quit talking and start playing. See, we're on the podcast. Agree. We're on the podcast talking.
I agree.
This is what we do for fun.
Yeah.
But Michael Parsons, on Monday, I need you lifting weights, running some hills, stretching, being in an ice bath, besides doing something, besides talking that you're better than a team that just beat you.
Yeah,
we need you to stop that.
I need you
to stop that, Michael Parsons. So I'm gonna put you in there with Dak. Y'all not doing what y'all should do. I'm gonna put all y'all in the same category.
Hey, Michael. Hey, you keep talking, dog. We got you, man.
Hey,
you keep talking,
keep
balling.
Do less talking and more play.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing out there, man.
Do less flexing and more catching. That's how you always flexing.
Yeah.
And I need Michael Gallup to catch them balls and hit them in 2 hands.
Yeah, well, he made some good catches. And CD came back and did what he had to do. He dropped. I think Michael Gallup drops balls because he's surprised it's there.
I mean, after
shocked,
you get shocked every game because he drop them every game.
Hey,
he drop them every game.
He gets overthrown and killed once or twice every game too.
Hey, you're a professional wide receiver. You're in the NFL. Michael Gallup, when it hit you in 2 hands, you see the 2 hands when it hit you in the
yeah, that was bad.
2 hands in the end zone. Please catch them kind, and then you can't blame it on that.
That was bad. Another team in our division that I don't think we're going to beat, the Washington Commanders. They went out there and beat the Falcons, did what they were supposed to do. I never talk about the Giants because they are irrelevant. Like, they're just not good. It was good to see Tyrod Taylor out there competing. I feel like they looked a lot more competitive with him at quarterback versus Daniel Jones, who was injured. But, of course, they're going to get Daniel Jones that job back because that's the money man. So
that's where they didn't put the money.
That's where the money's at. So it is what it is. But we'll move on. Moral of the story, Dak is horrible.
Just like all the other quarterbacks. They're horrible too. The ones he like is horrible too.
And the Power 5 rankings show how horrible Dak is. So San Francisco is still number 1, right? I don't understand that, but they're still number 1, lost to the Browns. Kansas City's at number 2 this week. Miami's at number 3. They after the Bills put up the 50 spot almost, 48, beat them 48-20. Miami has come back and they're averaging 500 yards a game, which is crazy, right? Tyreek Hill, MVP candidate, Tua Tagovailoa, whatever his name is an MVP candidate. Those dudes are balling. The Detroit Lions, man. Those guys look like the strongest team in the NFC, if you ask me right now, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, right now.
And they're being led by a former Dallas Cowboy. I wish we had Dan Campbell here at coach. Because that dude has completely turned the organization around. They believe in each other, and they got some guys that can play. They got some playmakers, And it's just wild to see Detroit in this conversation right now, and at number 4 in the power rankings, and topping them off at number 5. The Eagles have dropped to number 5. Of course, they still belong in that top 5 because they're a very good team, offensively and defensively.
So that's interesting that the Eagles dropped.
Yeah.
Well, they lost. They lost to the Jets.
They did, but so anyway, I think what I was going to say. I think the question is not why is San Francisco still number 1, but why is KC number 2?
Why is KC number 2?
That's really, it's not so much
after San Francisco lost. Well, it's because San Francisco lost. They lost the game minus 2 of their playmakers. Right. Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey. So when those guys come back, I think they anticipate those guys being pretty solid once they return to the field. And you gotta account for that. Those injuries do matter, especially when they're key guys like that.
So, Jay, you know who the number 1 quarterback is right now, right?
In the league?
You probably have no idea.
The number 1 quarterback in the league.
Right now.
Let me think about that. We talking about passer rating?
Yards, the most yards and touchdowns. One quarterback.
Yards and touchdowns. Tua. It's got to be Tua.
Wrong.
Who is it?
Give me another guess. I bet you would get something right here. Somebody always get
Josh
criticized.
Allen?
Somebody always get criticized. He's not that good.
Josh Allen?
No, somebody that's always not that good.
It ain't Dak.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
Hey, I told y'all, I wish they wouldn't got him.
Kirk Cousins.
And then this is the thing. But
Kirk Cousins always get criticized, but his team is always in the playoffs.
He's on my fantasy football league.
Yeah, he's a horrible fantasy quarterback though. But it's weird.
Not right now, because he's got the most touchdowns right now.
That's crazy. And
Kirk Cousins, I looked it up.
And Justin Jefferson's injured too, so who's he throwing the ball to? Like Dalvin Cook is no longer in the league. Kirk Cousins is the number 1 quarterback in the league right now.
He's in yards and touchdowns right now.
I definitely wouldn't have guessed that one because Kirk Cousins they poo poo on Kirk.
Yeah, they say he can't throw, he can't play.
Yeah,
but all the boys that can play and all that. Kirk Cousins wasn't Minnesota in the playoffs last year.
So would you rather have Kirk Cousins than Dak Prescott at quarterback?
Not really.
You wouldn't?
No.
Why not?
Because they're both the same.
They crumble in big games. Basically.
They're both as good as their teammates.
I can't speak for Kurt, but I know Dak does. But moving on.
He crumbled with his teammates. They all crumbled together.
The Noonish Fantasy Football League, man. What a week, man. What a week.
What a week. I know.
No longer a tie at the top. Jonas,
CY
man.
at the top by herself, right?
Jonas, what happened, bro? I thought, I looked up Jonas beating CY in the game this past week. I'm like, let's go, Jonas. I thought you were going to pull that thing out.
Well, I will say this. The score, because this is my second round. There, and the score this time was a lot closer.
Yeah, it was.
And it was, unfortunately, it was about within a couple of points of where I predicted it would.
Yeah. Well,
I was hoping for a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, Unc got the most points in the league this week. Yep. He beat Ray. That's the second time beating Ray this year, right?
I got my boys back.
Yeah.
I got Cooper Kupp. I got to see. I'm not one to do. I played 2 or 3 games. They say, Jay told me, Cooper Kupp ain't playing. I said, that's all right. He'll make up for it when he comes back. I'm not going to be switching just because your guy have a bad game. Yeah. I'm not going to do like they do Dak. They forgot that Dak led the league and all that. Well, 13-3, but they forgot all that.
Man, led the league on soft coverage. Like, that stuff, I pay attention.
It's always a reason.
Hey,
it's always a reason.
I pay attention. Is all I'm saying. You can't.
It doesn't matter how you lead the league as long as you do it.
Can't get it by me. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Dak is the only one in the league that played against soft coverage. Everybody else didn't. He's the only one. Nobody else did.
I ain't saying all that, but that's why.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why. Hold on.
I can't tell you not saying it.
my son just called me.
Oh, your son just called you. Uh-oh.
You gonna have to get this text. But yeah, man. So
anyway, we're gonna stay off Dak and we're gonna keep it moving.
Unc, man. Unc got that win over Ray. I took that L this week to MC. MC just dominated my guys, man. My team has underperformed for the past 2 weeks. Projection, I'm going in, riding high, thinking I got this in the bag. 2 weeks in a row I've took L. So we got to make some changes.
CY's the only one with one loss, right?
Yep, CY's now leading the Noonish league. She's 5-1. Right now I'm 4-2. MC and Unk are 3-3. Ray is 2-4, and Jonas got that big win. I think you're gonna get some more wins because I've seen the changes you made.
Yeah, I'm gonna win this next week.
Yeah. Who you playing?
You?
Oh no. We're gonna have to have Jonas in 1-6. I'm gonna have to make some changes. You know.
I don't like this. I got Cooper Cup back. I'm finna make a run. I'm telling y'all now on Noonish. I told you last week. I'm finna make a run. So whoever who I got this week, I can't wait to get to CY.
Yeah.
Oh, I got all my boys now. I'm ready for it now.
Yeah, I think you got CY this week.
Hey,
you know?
CY, I hate it for you, CY.
Yeah. I mean, you projected to win right now.
Hey,
if no lineup changes are made, you are projected to win. And I hope you get that win. Because
I hate it for you, CY, but I'm finna go on the run. I'm finna go on the run, and I want to prove one thing. That AI is smarter than JA.
Nah, baby.
Artificial intelligence picked my team.
Nah, and that ain't the truth. Don't believe that now. Don't believe that. I told you I'm in the AP Plus courses right now, you know, so AI can't take them courses.
AI teaching them courses. AI teaching them courses. Not Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence picked my team. The computer picked my team.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna prove that the computer is smarter than these people.
Hey, I lost
fantasy
AI this
football
past
is
week.
a stats game.
Yeah, it is.
It is a stats
Yeah,
game.
it is.
And the computer is picking the next best guy that's available with the best stats. And I got Justin Herbert. I don't know how I got that.
Hey, because he's better than Dak. You didn't get Dak, did you?
No, I didn't get Dak.
Yeah, nobody got Dak. I bet you won't trade for him either.
So I'm over here scraping the bottom of the barrel of the stats, looking for the whatever little advantage I can pull out.
Hey, but you've made some great adjustments, and I got to commend you on that.
Well,
That was a big week, a big win last week.
To look at.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to help you a little bit. You know, gave you some nuggets and things to look
I
for.
listened to at least one thing you said.
Which one? The targets or the which one was it?
I don't know. I quit listening to it.
Oh. Now you're not gonna tell me the secrets that I gave you. It's all good. You see how they do?
You said look at what they did the last game.
Yep.
And so I did start looking at that, but then I figured, so I've got their what's the projected, I got what's the average, and I got what they did last game.
Yeah.
I also have the over under. So looking at the over under and putting that in with all the other stuff, because like somebody whose projection is great, but they've been consistently underperforming. It's like, man, I don't know about that.
You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, you got.
Don't want to mess with them.
If you projected to be good and you don't never show you good,
you ain't that good.
You ain't that
right?
good. People say you that good. You got to show me you're that good.
Yeah.
But you also got to look at like how they match up against specific.
Absolutely. Who are they playing?
Yeah, who are they playing?
What defense are they playing this week?
No, absolutely.
So that's why I started Tua Tonga, how do you say his name? Tua over Justin Hurts this week because I saw Hurts was playing against the Jets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't want no part of that Jets defense because I already know what they're coming with. So, you got to, it's variable.
CY's got one of the hardest teams. Like just realistically,
she's got some guys.
She jumped in there and knew what she was looking for.
Yeah.
And got it.
And she was using the other analytics that she's got access to.
Because she's got that. She's got that betting.
Yeah.
Was it instant betting or whatever it is?
It was just giving projections like every second.
Yeah.
You know.
So she's got a lot of good information.
But CY got some knowledge too, and I got to give her credit on that because she's in first place right now, but I'm coming for you, CY. I ain't playing with you, girl. We're gonna get that dub next time I play you, and my friends are gonna beat you too. So enjoy while you're ahead. But moving on. This past weekend, I had the opportunity. I was gonna wear I actually wore my Colorado shirt, but I didn't want the smoke to be stuck in the shirt, so I took it off. And matter of fact, let me go on and let me put my shades on.
Put his prime glasses on. Put his prime glasses on.
Let me prepare. I can't be half-assing in here, So, crazy game. Tell of two halves, man. And it's gonna be a rough. We're really gonna see what this 2023 Colorado University of Colorado football team is made of in these next 5 weeks, right? They got a bye week this week, but this past weekend, man, it was crazy. They went out on fire. I'm talking everything was clicking right. Got guys like jogging into the end zone on a reverse. Number 10 scored 2 touchdowns, had a bomb. Travis Hunter's catching balls, scored his first offensive touchdown with a sweet spin move and then ran to the left side of the end zone. And for that touchdown, boys went up 29-0 at halftime. Right? The game was out of pocket. Like I said, I went to, I had to go experience this Colorado experience, man. Check it out. Took a tour. I appreciate you. My boy Ray is out there. Great host, man. Showed us all around. Met the DJs. Went in the locker room. So everything people are going crazy about. That is a top-notch facility, man. Straight up. The stadium was packed. Everybody's just so nice and excited about what's going on, man. But I'm talking, it went from 100 decibels to about 3 decibels. And I knew it was an issue when Stanford came out with that very first touchdown in the second half. I was like, uh-oh, Colorado's looking to sleep right now, And I've played baseball. I've played games where we scored 8 runs in the first inning and lost that game, 11-10. Because once that momentum starts moving, shifting in that other direction, and that other team starts believing they can come back and win, there's nothing you can do once you lose that momentum. You can't stop it, man. And that's exactly what happened.
That's what momentum is all about.
Yeah. And I mean, we found a new potential first round draft pick out of Stanford, right? Stanford's known for running the ball. They had a receiver, number 13. I cannot say his last name, but number 13 had 13 catches for 294 yards.
And 2 touchdowns, right?
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
He came out, scored a 97-yard touchdown. Scored a 62-yard touchdown.
2 of them on Travis Hunter, right?
Oh, my gosh. The touchdown that he scored in overtime on Travis Hunter he scored it on his head. Like, literally reached over his head. Travis Hunter's like, don't know what's going on behind him. And my guy just reached over him, scoring touchdowns. He burned off on Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur couldn't catch him. And this is a pretty big dude. The guy has to be good 6'4". And he displays some really good speed and strong hands. Catching the ball with his hands. Unlike Michael Gallup and some other guys, from the past in the Cowboys uniform, they don't know how to catch with their hands. It's like, you're a receiver and can't catch with your hands. What are you doing? But, man, it was an embarrassment, man. Like, I love and I will return to go watch Colorado. I'm still a big fan of them. But they should be 5-2 right now versus 3-3. And now they are looking at.
Are they 3? No, they 4-3.
4-3. Right.
They should be 5-2 instead of 4.
Yep, they should be 5-2 instead of 4-3. And 1 game away from a bowl game. Now they got to find a way to win 2 games, and they got to play Washington State, Utah, UCLA, Oregon State, and there's one more. It's not Washington, in Arizona.
Yeah,
right.
Arizona.
I think they got to.
So Arizona, UCLA is about their best 2 chances.
And UCLA is not bad. They're really good.
But I said before this season that Deion will win 5 or 6 games. Yeah. And that's a big step for a 1-11 team that has over the last 5 or 6 years really been a 3-8 or 2. So that wasn't a bad year. So if Deion found a way to win 2 more games, and everybody say, well, he lost a game that he shouldn't have lost. But he also won a game that he shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. That's how football goes. And you got to be realistic. With what Deion has done at Colorado, it's already a win. Mm-hmm. And if he gets to 6 wins this year, this is just my opinion. I think that if he gets to 6 wins this year, and then he try to go for 8 next year, 7, 8 next year, and then by his 3rd year, we can look for Deion to be in that 10-win, 10-1, 9-2 range, shooting for high rankings, going for national championship. But for people to think that he's gonna come in his first year from 1-11 and be 8-3 or 9-2, That's not realistic.
That's not
so
realistic at all.
If they win 2 more games and become bowl eligible,
that's a huge win.
And this is the thing: everybody that become eligible for a bowl don't make it. But the NCAA would be foolish not to have Colorado in the bowl. Because they're the most viewed team.
Absolutely.
They have the most hype. Everybody's gonna watch. So if they become eligible, they're gonna put them in the biggest bowl they possibly can. That's what they should do. But Deion has already won because he's created the hype.
Word on the street is these bowls have already been to Colorado because they want Colorado in their bowl game.
Who don't want Colorado?
Colorado will probably, even if they get 6 wins, if they can get to that 6-win mark, they'll be in a bigger bowl than what they should be. Just because of the
attention they're gonna garner.
Absolutely, the ratings
and this is the one thing. Colorado is a very let me just say it like this: rich program. So whatever bowl they go to, they're gonna have Colorado going to travel well. They're gonna bring 15,000, 20,000 people very easily to the game. So Colorado is gonna get, and everybody can just relax. Let Deion win. Let this thing. Deion came in with so much hype. People's expectations jumped off the roof.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, come on now.
And I also think the team, the players, all the attention they're getting, they started feeling themselves.
And
they haven't put a good game together through and through since Nebraska. Since the second week of the season.
And that's what I was going to say. You call it momentum. I call it mindset. You got up 29-0. Oh, we got these boys.
And we're done.
We're chilling.
And we're done.
We got these boys.
No, you
can't. And I had a long conversation with some guys the other day. We walk in the morning and we was talking about, they were talking about like when certain part of the Cowboys started playing bad, that when the offense played bad, that deflated the defense. And in my mind, that's a weak mindset. Because now you're setting yourself up definitely to lose. Because you became deflated. But somebody in Stanford locker room went there and said that at halftime, we can beat these balls. Somebody had to believe.
They saw something. They knew something.
And it didn't start with that first touchdown. I mean, that started them to, that started players that didn't believe to believe. But it was somebody went in that locker room because this is just me. Once when I was in the military, we were playing football. This is real football. Pads and everything. We were down 17-0. So we came in the locker room, guys in down with their head. I said, man, what you got your head down for? Oh, man, we down 17-0. I said, all we got to do is go 17 and hold them to nothing, and then the game is tied. Then I'll play them to the end. And guess what? That's what we did. But somebody had to believe that at first.
Absolutely.
And that's all. So all that, how your teammates play can deflate you. That, to me, that's a weak mindset.
Well, I think it's a weak mindset, but I think there's some truth to it, especially,
that's the truth.
And going back to the Cowboys, I can absolutely see why.
And
it's just because of the, consistency of poor play by the quarterback, right? And I know you keep saying, hey, the quarterback. I'm just saying, after a while, I've played with a bad quarterback at times in my life. And
you played DB, right?
I play running back, DB, lineman,
yeah. So when you playing defensive back, which I played, when the quarterback is playing poorly, that's gonna make me play poorly.
It's not gonna make you play poorly, but knowing that no matter what I do, if I go out here and stop these dudes and we hold these guys to 13 points, my quarterback can't score 10, and he's probably gonna throw 4 picks. Like, that's deflating. When I'm constantly back on the field. Because my quarterback keeps.
So what about
my team
you?
Is 3 and out.
What about you as an individual? Because me, this what I would say. If the quarterback can't make a play, I will.
Yeah, no doubt.
I will.
No doubt.
Somebody got to have a mindset that somebody.
That's a great mindset, and that's the mindset that I typically have. But
sometimes an interception, a fumble recovery, or a sack can change the momentum just as much as the quarterback can. But if everybody go out there and say, "Cause Dak playing bad, I'm gonna play bad too." Yeah, you're not gonna win. You got a weak mind.
I'm gonna try not to get on Dak right now, but
Yeah, but we gonna move on. But that's a weak mindset, Jonas. That if you go out, you take martial arts. Your whole team be in a tournament, right? So if the guy before you get beat up, that gonna make you gonna get beat up too?
Not at all.
No. Come on, no. And if I'm playing quarterback, and I see the quarterback playing bad, I'm gonna say I gotta play better to offset some of his bad play.
No doubt.
I'm not
but
getting deflated.
It's
I'm
such,
getting
It's such
I'm
a
digging in
major
harder.
position. That's why they make the most money.
Exactly. It's
Right?
a major
So when
position.
they play bad and poorly,
But this is the
constantly,
whole thing.
It's hard to believe.
People forget. Even though quarterback is the most important position, make the most money, the quarterback is the most dependent position also. Your
blocking,
O-line, you're dependent
no
on
doubt.
everybody.
No doubt.
Wide receiver, you just mostly depend on everybody.
You depend on the
He's the
quarterback.
most dependent.
Like we saw a prime example of one that I don't think anybody can argue is not a good quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, whose line was injured and like he did not have his regular line in the Super Bowl.
He didn't look the same.
And he did not look. He looked frustrated. He looked beat up. And all the Matrix Ninja moves that he was doing was not enough.
Because even though he's the most important, he make the most money.
Dependent.
He's the most dependent. He's dependent upon his receivers,
Catching the
his
ball.
line.
Yep.
He's dependent up on his running backs picking up third down blitzes.
Yep.
He's dependent on his running backs even running decent so they can slow the blitzes down. Because quarterback is a very dependent position. And let's move on.
I'm curious to see how Colorado finishes this season. I hope they make a bowl game.
Yeah.
I believe they can scratch out a couple wins if they put it together for two halves and finish these games. They know what's ahead of them. They were victim of counting Stanford out, right, and thinking that the game was over. Like it all happens at some point in time in your career. Hopefully it never happens again. Hopefully that's a lesson learned, and they can move on from that like we're about to move on from them. Next up,
what we got?
So we still in college though, man. USC dominated Colorado, and then it was a good game, and Colorado made it close, and it carried over because Notre Dame beat the brakes off USC this past weekend.
Oh my, I didn't see that coming out.
Yeah, I did.
Especially after Notre Dame lost to
Louisville. Yeah, but Notre Dame is a really good team. That Louisville loss, I think, was you know how you can play in a big game
now.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're
don't make light of Louisville.
They're a good team, but also, that lost to Ohio State previously in the week before when we had 10 guys on the field, right? And we lose that game, the last second of the game, which we should have won, right? That deflates you. You know what I'm saying? A big emotional game. Went out there, balled out, and then lost with 10 guys on the field. Last play of the game, it's deflating, right? They went out and then put up a horrible performance against Louisville, a very good team that's still undefeated right now, Louisville, right? Now, we come back, not going to lose 3 in a row. Mm-hmm. We dominated USC just like I thought we would. Lincoln Riley, his defenses can't stop nothing, right? Can't stop nothing. It's like a wet paper towel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can run right through that defense. You can pass right through that defense. It's about stopping their offense, which Notre Dame was able to do. They contained Caleb Williams, had him under pressure all night long, and balled out, got that good win. I love it. How about them fighting Irish, baby? I'm just taking the Cowboy slogan, and I'm using it for everybody right now. I like it. So, fighting Irish went in, did what they do. My boy Mike Norvell out of Florida State. Those boys are rolling, man. They went out, handled Syracuse, which only had one loss at the time, I believe. Maybe 2, but I think they only had one loss at the time. They went out and beat the brakes off Syracuse 41-3. And I think Florida State has the top receiver in all of NCAA. Number 4, I don't know your name, but the catches you made, plus he's a big, strong receiver, lots of speed, ran back a punt in the game. Made a beautiful one-handed catch over a defender. Did you see that catch that kid made?
Yeah, I saw that. He looks like a real number one.
That dude is a
dog. He looked like a number one receiver. Not a slot receiver.
Yeah, that dude, he is fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He get the ball in his hands, and it's a possible touchdown every time. But great win by Florida State. They're rolling right now. Number 4 in the nation, and keep it up, Mike. Keep it up, man. I love what you're doing out there. That was a tough program, a tough situation to step into, and you have absolutely turned them boys around and brought that Florida State allure back to Tallahassee, man. Oh, yeah. I love it, man. Gotta take a trip to Tallahassee, man, at some point. So go see my boy, man. But
you do that.
Yeah, we can get up out of there, man. Jonas, you gonna have to lead this next topic because we
Well, Isn't there another team that's doing pretty well
Who?
at the college level?
Who we talking about? OU?
No, isn't there it's a little team from
Oh, you got one loss, right?
Mississippi's got.
Ole Miss?
Oh yeah, Ole Miss is doing all right.
Are they undefeated? They got one loss?
I think they got one loss.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, I can't. You know, I don't.
Can't keep up there. Man.
Well, they're in the SEC, so it's like, I know that's a rough one. That's a rough. If they come out of the SEC, you know, like I give them all the props. But I mean, tell me about Ole Miss, man. Tell me why I should tune in and check out Ole Miss.
Well, you like it when people win, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
That's what they're doing.
They're winners.
Is Lane Kiffin out there? Is he the head coach?
Yeah, he's still the head coach.
Lane Kiffin is. Lane Kiffin.
There's that. That's the down.
I like Lane. I like Lane.
Lane can actually coach to me.
Yeah.
But it's always something else
It's always
it's always something else.
going on.
If he could just coach and that be it.
Yeah.
But it's always something else around Lane. You know.
He's a good coach, bud.
Well, I will definitely keep my eyes open for Ole Miss and what they got going on.
You'll see them in a bowl game.
I know they were riding high off the LSU win, right?
They were very high off the LSU win.
Yeah.
They won the next game.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, hey,
Which was kind of almost for
Jonas, I didn't realize you were such an Ole Miss fan. I know your son's going out there now.
until my son was going there.
So you're paying attention.
Now I'm paying attention.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be an Ole Miss fan. Your son is down there.
Yeah, and once you hit that tailgate, you know, you're involved now officially. Once you hit that tailgate with them.
I got a shirt and everything.
Well, you're gonna be a bigger Colorado fan in a couple more years if everything work out. Right?
Oh yeah.
Why did you go to Colorado, really?
Hey man, took my son out there, man.
Okay,
Take my
let us
son
know.
out there.
Let
Let him
us
take a little visit and check out what's going on out there, man. Show him around. You know, he's got some decisions to make in the next couple of years. Hey, my son been balling. He had 2 sacks last week, 7 tackles. And I mean, he cleaned some clocks last week. It was fun to watch, you know. And I wanted him to get out there.
He got some good DNA.
Yeah, he does.
He got some good DNA. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
And
Not only from his dad, he got some from all around.
Yeah.
He got some from his daddy, his granddaddy,
Yeah.
his uncle.
Yeah.
All that. He got some good DNA. No, really, he really does.
Yeah. It's fun, you know. I would love to see him go out there. I'd love to see him play anywhere. I'm gonna support him wherever he goes, but I'd love to see him out there with Dion, man, just straight down.
Because this is one thing about Dion. I'm gonna keep harping on this. If you can play some ball, you gonna make some money off of NIL or social media. If not both. You gonna make some money. You go to Colorado.
That's a
You
fact.
be a millionaire. You might even go to the league.
Yeah.
You might even go to the league, but you have some money when you
Hey,
leave.
you saw Caleb Williams say, hey, man, I might be back next year because I make more money my senior year in college than I would my rookie season in the NFL. So,
Exactly.
and we talked about that.
We talked
We
about
talked
that.
about that. You know?
Hey, so
And that's what the NIL has done. These guys, and it's a good thing because now these guys are getting degrees. They're not dependent upon the NFL. And they have options. You know what I'm saying?
because if you come out with a degree and money, now you can do your own thing.
Exactly.
Because you're smart and got money.
Yeah.
Rather than, got money and don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. You get that piece of paper, man. A lot of people don't value no more, but that piece of paper, it still got value in it, man. Still got value in it, but can't knock them, man. Colorado really enjoyed the experience. I will be back next year, man. Have another great time. Check it out. We were gonna talk with Dion, but after that loss, I was like,
Nah, Dion ain't fit.
we just gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, we don't want to. Let him be today.
Yeah, we're gonna let him be. I understand.
Because after a victory, he'll talk to everybody.
Everybody. And we
After
look
a
forward
loss,
to it.
who are you, man? Why you running up to me?
That's when I know we like, oh, it's gonna be fun at the end of the day.
Nah.
The streets were cleared out by the time we got to the car. Like, golly, these people were not
Running on the field.
None of that, man. And so I did see Said the Entertainer. Anthony Anderson was out there.
Yeah, I saw that on the video.
Byron Leftwich was out there with his son. Right? And I said, hey, Byron, I see what's going on now. Hey,
How old is his son?
13.
Oh.
Tall kid, but ain't anybody's son. I say, Byron, you know what I'm saying? What's up? You gonna be you looking at offensive coordinator out here? I was like, I know you can absolutely do it in the NFL, but it'd be good to see you out here in Colorado running this offense.
Cause he's
He just laughed.
Is he in Tampa Bay?
No.
Oh, he's not in the league?
No, sir. He is a free man.
When he left Tampa Bay, he didn't go nowhere.
Nope. That's foolish. But that's what it is. And that's something Dion is doing a great job. He's hiring these guys that can absolutely be head coaches at any school, any level. He's giving them opportunities. He's got one setback out there with him right now. And I don't be surprised to see Byron Leftwich out there next year, is all I'm saying.
Well, Sapp is not under contract. He's just out there volunteering right now.
Yeah.
Supposedly next year.
He will be.
Oh, yeah.
He will be.
He can teach the defensive lineman how to play in the league.
You know who else been spending a whole lot of time out there?
T.O.
T.O.
Oh, yeah. T.O. is out there all the time.
So I'm sorry, but
T.O. loves young men, man. No matter what people think about these guys, these guys always giving back. You can't listen to the media about this.
Man.
Because every time you see T.O., he's somewhere working with some young men.
That's it.
Teaching them something.
Yeah, that's it. And who better to be your teacher than someone that's been successful at the top level?
And he can show you how to do it.
Nothing that he can't teach you. There's no athlete that he can't help, right? But anyways, man, great job out there, Boulder, Colorado. We'll be back, man. Really enjoyed it, man. Loved it. Moving on.
Next time we're going to bring the whole Noonish crew.
Whole crew coming next time, baby.
Who coming next time?
Whole crew coming. So, Jonas, it's a big event taking place in Austin this weekend, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, we got some what they call circuit
Circuit in the
Americas. Yeah, man.
Circuit in the Americas.
F1 event.
Well, it's a very representative circuit for Texas. It's got lots of bumps and potholes.
Really? Well,
I think they resurfaced it.
I looked and they said it's the U.S. Grand Prix now.
It's a U.S. Grand Prix.
Well, the title is the United States Grand Prix, right? Are they all titled the United States Grand Prix?
No, I think they call it the Miami Grand Prix in
Vegas?
They call it the Vegas one.
Sin City Grand Prix?
Yeah, maybe.
I like that name.
I don't know. There's probably some sort of competitive money thing to do with it.
But I will say this about Austin. I just went through that this weekend.
Yeah.
If you go to Austin, pack your patience because the traffic is unbelievable.
That's what I say about the infrastructure. It ain't set. It ain't ready for it.
Well, see what it is. Austin is the fastest growing city in the state of Texas.
It's one of the fastest growing cities in the country.
Yeah, it's in the but it's faster.
That the infrastructure
is way behind.
Is way behind. It was way behind, and they kind of locked themselves in.
Yeah.
So that they can't build new infrastructure as easily as other places.
Yep.
Because everything is. I mean, all of the new apartments and hotels. I've been going to Austin all my life, so I went through Austin. Going, man, so many. Even who was that? Me and my wife went. About a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
It's more, just from the freeway, you can see more hotels, more houses, more apartments being built just from the freeway. So you can imagine what's going on up in Austin.
Well, with all these techies, you figure they might be able to figure something out.
Well, they will.
Maybe underground.
It isn't even techies. It's just economics. So what's going to happen is, so they blocked a lot of the expansion that they could do on the existing infrastructure.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is economics and human nature is going to drive people to other routing, to go other directions.
Yep.
People are going to build in other directions, and what businesses that could have been taking that business in through the major throughways, through downtown, through other economic zones, are going to spread outward into other areas. I mean, that's just like that's just textbook.
Yeah,
that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because when you prevent the natural growth that people want to do in one place, it's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, no doubt.
So there's not even any argument to be made there. It's just
so when it comes to this event in particular,
is
it a highly anticipated event? Is it one of the premier events in in the U.S. as far as F1 is concerned.
As far as F1 is concerned, yeah, I think the Vegas one has some panache to it because it's Vegas and they
Then
some
quite
style.
naturally, Miami got a lot.
Right.
You know,
Miami's got a lot. Miami's weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Oh yeah,
It's a
Miami
weird-
is weird in a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, it is. Not as weird as Austin.
Well, Austin's.
Well, Austin is a
That's the slogan. Keep Austin weird, ain't it?
Hey, but it's like this. Austin is Texas weird.
It's Texas weird. That's right.
Miami's Florida weird. That's a whole nother weird. I mean, no, for seriously, that's a different level.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't mean any offense to Miami because I love Miami. I love to go to Miami, but it's a different place. It's special.
Oh yeah, Miami is a nice place to visit.
It's a nice place
Yeah,
to
visit for sure.
No, very nice place to visit.
It's
Get the hell up out of there and come on back
too
home.
expensive to live there.
Oh yeah.
And the way they did some stuff when they designed the circuit in Miami that's just really I don't know.
Just not necessarily, just weird.
Well, it seems to me, sometimes people have a stereotype in mind.
Yeah.
And sometimes that stereotype is entirely unjustified and, undeserved and it's just wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes people have a stereotype in mind and the people involved seem like they're going to go out of their way to prove it right.
Yeah.
And that is, in my mind, that's what Miami did.
Yeah, I thought
They
it was
go out
kind
of their
of.
way to prove
They
that.
went out of their way.
But like I said, to a
prove.
new F1 fan, if you must, I thought it was pretty cool what they were doing. Calling the racers out before the game with all the
they do that.
smoke and the all the just cool stuff and the
They do that. They do that in other places.
You talking about the actual track though?
I'm talking about the track.
Yeah.
Talking about the track and last year, that poor guy. So they got this guy who's a NASCAR guy, who probably is in some mental decline to begin with,
Oh man. Okay.
and have him out there trying to be the guy who's going to interview. Because usually they have somebody who's a former Formula One racer
Yep.
out there talking to him because he can speak the language and they respect him a little bit more and
Yeah.
and there's a little bit more communication. So they get this guy who's a NASCAR guy, and he's about the biggest redneck ever.
That's a very different dynamic for the F1.
And he's trying to talk to these guys who they're international, like they're from Monaco and France and Spain and
Yeah.
like bro, I don't even understand you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm from the U.S. I don't even understand.
Wow.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
wild.
yeah, so anyway, and then some of the stuff they did on the track was pretty cool. Some of it was
Yeah.
not.
So-
But
So you anticipating another Red Bull sweep? Verstappen and
I think if you are betting against Red Bull, you're just foolish.
that's a bad bet.
You're throwing away money.
I should say if you're betting against Verstappen, if you're betting on Perez at this point, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. He was doing really well, and then he's not.
Yeah.
anymore, so
Yeah.
not sure what's going on there. Really, really fun stuff going on though with the backfield. Haas is pretty much haze for everybody.
I heard they got a new car they're rolling out though for this.
Everybody's not everybody, but everybody's potentially got the could be bringing out some
new specs.
I wouldn't expect to see huge changes in stuff, but we're seeing McLaren. Getting podiums, getting close to winning. That's a shocker.
Yeah.
Like that hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
We've seen Williams. Williams hasn't done anything in years.
Yeah.
To have been number one for several years in a row.
They had to go get an American driver to compete again.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's gonna support that.
I thought Williams was a black brand, but they're not.
No, unfortunately, it's not. That's not that Williams.
Well, let's see what I said. They're probably the whitest racing team out there.
That may be true.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They may be.
Well,
They're out of the UK, right?
They're out of the UK, and they're very UK.
Yes.
Uh oh, they're very UK.
Very UK, right on.
UK.
Very unknown.
But well, they're not. They didn't used to be.
Yeah.
Like up until maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Yeah, probably 10 years ago, they were doing pretty well.
It sounds like they had more success than the Cowboys.
They were killing it there in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like they're on the same pace as the Cowboys did.
Right. Yeah.
They were hot when the Cowboys were hot and winning.
But you can't rest on what you did last year.
No doubt. Yeah, it's a new day.
Especially in F1 because they go out of their way to screw up whatever happened last year.
You're either getting better or getting worse because nothing stays the same.
It's not gonna stay the same. They're always changing stuff, and while I do think that Verstappen's probably going to walk away with Austin, I expect that we'll hear people complaining about the rough road surface. I would expect to see some weird stuff going on with Mercedes. I would expect to see some weird stuff going on with Ferrari, because what the fuck, Ferrari? Jesus Christ.
Like, I thought they were a sports car.
Well, they are a sports car, but they're also a racing team. But right now, like the racing team is just all over the place.
Yeah.
And McLaren, wow, good job, guys. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Right on. We'll move on to my favorite part of the show. You ready for this, Jay?
What?
Tech Talk with Jonas, man.
Oh, are we doing that today? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
You already know the business, baby.
All right. I guess we can do that. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, there's so there's a little company. You probably hadn't heard of this company. It's a fairly small company.
Yep.
It's owned by a guy named what's his name? Jeff Bezos.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's got a little company, little company that sells books or something.
Yeah, Kindle.
Yeah, something Kindle, some
Amazon, something like that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're probably not going to do it real
I think I heard his name a couple times in life.
Yeah. So Amazon, a couple of fun things with Amazon is normally when you buy your drugs. Now, I know when you buy your drugs, you go to the drugstore. When I buy my drugs, I go to Fred on the corner.
What drugs we talking about?
Well, prescriptions, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Fred's. Sorry, not Fred. Fred's. Oh, they closed all the Freds.
Yeah.
What about Ray Ray?
Ray.
Hey, Ray Ray might have.
That boy don't close. He don't close.
Hey, he don't close. He got all this stuff too.
24/7 and sometimes 8.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of drugs he's got.
7 days a week, sometimes 8.
And he's always awake, oddly enough.
He never sleep.
Yeah.
So Amazon is going to one up that. You're going to be able to get your drugs by drone.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So this is right here in Texas. They're doing this. They're testing this in Texas.
Nice.
Texas has some of the relatively free business guys out there. If you're doing anything that involves deliveries, Texas has some of the loosest regulations about that.
I mean, can they deliver Adderall? Because Adderall is out of stock everywhere in the world, it seems.
Well, whether they can get it in stock or not is a different issue.
They can deliver it for sure.
But if they can get it, they can deliver it. So this is part of their drone program where they're delivering packages by drone.
Yep.
So this is just an extension of that, basically.
Got you.
So obviously, there's lots of fun stuff, lots of cool, funny jokes we can come up with about it. But if you think about somebody who is, maybe shut in, that can't get out.
Oh, it's great for
go to the drugstore, much less the grocery store.
But is it great for the elderly? Because they can't really order too much.
Oh, yeah, and then if it's so.
Oh, man. Let me tell you. I did not know this. I found this is totally unrelated to anything I researched for this specifically. I found this out last week.
Yeah.
Totally by accident. Do you know who makes the majority of online purchases?
Women?
Yes, but age group.
Would it be the
18 to 25?
No. That's what I would have thought.
Yeah.
65 to
55 plus.
Are you serious?
55. So it kind of levels off after 55, but it's like very clear curve. So it's like a little bit of bump at the 18.
Yeah.
Then it kind of drops a little bit and then goes up. The older you get to about 55, and
Wow.
it levels off. I would not have thought that.
I wouldn't have either.
But it makes sense if you think.
Oh yeah,
Who doesn't want to drive anywhere? Well, I'm getting close to that.
Yep.
Who has disposable income?
Yep.
And and who needs small stuff and doesn't isn't going to work and going to downtown.
Well, my mindset is around the functionality, the technological gap there, right? Like my mom's, I still got to go help my mom with the, DVD.
Yeah, you think,
and things like that, but making orders on Amazon seems
but while you're not over there, FedEx and UPS start stopping every day.
Yeah, they do drop them packages off.
Because, that's kind of different than some of the information that they were giving out a couple of years ago.
Right.
Because they were saying that the big box stores and every place and restaurants were going out because the millennials didn't want to go out and shop. They was ordering from. But in actuality, that's not true.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that.
But that's what they were leading us to believe.
That's what people thought.
And that's what they were actually saying for a while.
But even like the remote work and work from home stuff that's been going on, it's almost the same curve. It's almost identical.
Wow.
And the older you get,
and the
more
reason I believe you,
Jonas,
and the reason I believe you, because UPS and FedEx come to my house a lot.
Yeah. Now,
it's
a beautiful thing, though.
Seriously.
It's a beautiful thing, though.
Hey, I'm suspicious of my wife and the UPS and the FedEx guy. She knows them dudes by first name.
The only reason I'm not suspicious is because I'm sitting right there looking at the camera when they walk up. And there's one guy I work for FedEx. I go to the door so quick. He's still walking back to the truck.
Yeah.
So we got to know each other's name.
Yeah.
He take the picture before he can leave. I say, hey, man, what's up? Oh, my name Keith, man. How you doing? My name Ron.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I would say this. If I go a whole week without a package being dropped at my house.
You worried about somebody.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's at least 2-3 times a week. And then if I order something, I order stuff off the internet also. So one while,
that's actually
it was coming. It was coming 3-4 days, almost every day. Somebody was coming.
Like if you think about it, your delivery people, not just FedEx, but FedEx, UPS, USPS.
No, Walmart delivers. So
if there was a way to have those people say, hey, something that's reporting on that, because obviously something is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something that's reporting on that. Say, hey, Miss Smith over here hadn't had any deliveries in like a week. You reckon something's wrong with her? And have somebody go check.
Yeah.
Wellness checks. Maybe she went on a cruise.
Yeah.
But maybe she's sick.
I've seen, because my girl watches all these crime things.
Yeah.
Right. So I've seen where Amazon delivery person or a pizza delivery, this guy orders pizzas religiously every week on this day at this time, and this week he didn't put the order, and they're like, "What's going on?" Calling somebody to check on him, and he was actually in the house, struggling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That is a great thing. But I never would have guessed the older. But it's a beautiful thing because those are the people that need, the help.
Need something.
Yeah, they need especially access to their drugs.
And hey, let's be honest. Like, do you really want my dad driving in town?
No.
The answer is no.
No.
My dad would even tell you that.
That's when you end up with the dude in the fast lane going 55.
That's right. That would
and everybody else in the lanes beside him are going.
As a matter of fact, Jonas, this weekend I met a man 95 years old, still driving.
Wow.
Still driving, but when you meet him,
you're like,
I don't know. You'll be like, I don't know. No, he doesn't. He doesn't appear to be 95.
Okay.
Wow.
He come up, he talk to you. He still walk very well.
That's my goal.
He look better than Joe Biden.
I want to be 100% when I'm 100 years old.
When you talk to him, he don't do that as much as Joe Biden.
Still got his mind.
Yeah, he's 95, and
That's
he's
impressive.
I mean, he walked up to me, talked. He was telling me, because I know his grandson. He was telling me about, some stuff him and his grandson did years ago, and and making jokes and all this. And I'm like, this man 95.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, shit. Now your grandfather was great.
Yeah,
but he wasn't driving at 95.
No, and by the 95 is when he started to lose his mind a little bit. But I get it. I was like, that's kind of like a computer that the memory is at full capacity.
Yeah.
A computer don't work too well when that memory is at full capacity.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's how I started understanding like dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff. I don't know if it's the same, but I can imagine their memories, they've been through some stuff. And it's at full capacity.
And
now they just can't remember names and
at a certain age, there's some of that stuff you don't want to remember.
Absolutely.
I'm not even close to that age, but I'm already at that age.
Yeah.
I won't forget all that.
Well, see, like my big daddy, he was 97, 98. I'm like, hey, you want to watch
99.
He was 99 when he passed away.
Yeah.
But 96, 97, 98, I'm like, Big Daddy, you gonna come watch this Cowboy game? He's like, they never done nothing for me. He started making me think different about the Cowboys.
Yeah, he started, and the older you get, honestly, you do think different about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The more mature you get, you be like, man, while I'm spending time wasting time watching them do it, I could be doing something
They
I
never
want
wrote
to
me
do.
no check.
Yeah.
That's
No, for
and
real,
still to this
seriously.
day. I got my shows that I watch, late night when I got nothing else going on, when I'm done with myself for the day, like Billions and the shit. Like I got my shows that I watch. But other than that, I've never been a fan of going to the movies or just watching TV because it's like I'm watching them work. I'd rather work than watch somebody else work.
Yeah,
That's not even their real life. They're being a character right now.
I'd rather watch somebody else work if it's gonna give me some money.
If it's gonna give me some money,
yeah.
But
if it's not giving me no money, guess what?
For what?
I'd rather be working, getting myself some
I'm
money.
gonna make my own show without a camera though.
Absolutely.
Actually, we got a camera now. I'm making out how you doing. That's what we decided to go ahead and start working. Now they start paying us now.
Yeah, but that's another story.
But yeah, no, that's crazy though with Amazon, man.
Yeah, and so
It's very dope. I'm glad they did that.
So the flip side of that, of course, is we're talking about delivery drivers. Well, guess what? When you start doing drone deliveries,
People lose jobs.
no need as many delivery drivers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But drones at this point, unless you're flying a massive drone, they can't carry
you're
much
still
that much
you're still they're still gonna deliver your weight bench on a truck. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
there's restrictions. I mean, and the more weight, the less energy that drone's going to be able to. The distance thing is an issue.
More, yeah. So pharmaceuticals seems, which is relatively high dollar,
Lightweight, high dollar stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
It makes sense until somebody starts shooting drones down to get your prescriptions.
Yeah.
They'll be after your Adderall.
And they shoot them drones down, get that hydrochloride, and then they'll be going down there to see Ray Ray.
Yeah, that's right.
Say, man, I missed my drone today. You got something?
Let me make you a deal. So the other thing that Amazon's doing, and I believe that this is also going to be piloted at a Texas warehouse, is they're trying to. They've got some new robots.
Mm-hmm.
They got some new warehouse robots.
Yep.
And if I'm kind of, it's all a lot of this stuff is kind of NDA and non-disclosure.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's a Texas company that's involved, a robotics company that's involved in this.
Oh, nice.
I believe.
Nice.
I haven't been able to get anybody to commit to it. But
I believe it too. I probably know the company. Do that at Fort Worth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one I'm thinking about.
So are these robots after a while? These robots may, get AI. They'll be like, man, we ain't doing this for free.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying, because they say AI gonna get out of control. So after you get the robots and they get so smart, they'll be like, I ain't doing it for free.
Yeah.
The humans wouldn't do it for free.
You know what I
think?
think?
So why would I do it for free?
I don't actually think that AI is going to get out of control. What I do think will get out of control is I think somebody will decide that the AI needs to get paid.
Yeah.
And somehow or another, they're going to get paid in the process. But
And then
somebody's
they're going to infuse that
hey,
and they're going to program that into the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow somebody's going to figure out a way that they're going to make the AI get paid so they can get paid.
Yeah.
Again.
I thought it was
already.
I love that commercial where they talking about AI and then Allen Iverson pops up.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot all about that. That is so freaking funny.
I love it. I love
That is
it,
the
man.
best.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, speaking of AI, him and Shaq are now back the president and vice president of Reebok.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Reebok should make a little bounce back.
Oh, yeah.
Because, Shaq had his own shoe line at Walmart for the longest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I mean, Master P and 50 Cent own Reebok now. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they own Reebok.
So no wonder Shaq and
Exactly.
So you got to get some names to try to bring the brand
They
back.
got, what's that girl down at LSU, the center that...
Angel Reese.
She's got an NIL deal with Reebok.
Okay.
Saw that yesterday. So Reebok, I got Reeboks on today, actually. I don't, I'm a Nike guy. I like Adidas. Actually, I don't discriminate, man. If it's a good looking shoe, I'm all about that life, because they ain't paying me. But when you do, come on with it. We'll take an NIL deal over here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Talk about Adidas. I used to wear so much Adidas, they used to call me Mr. Adidas. Seriously. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I had Adidas shoes,
Pants,
sweats,
jacket,
spreads,
Hey,
shorts.
where
I
them Adidas at? Where they go?
what happened out there?
Let me get that hand me down.
I mean, that was back in the hookup days. The hookup is over.
Hey,
we don't know Ray no more. No, actually, there was a place over on Gaston that sold. It was like I'm not even gonna say it was an outlet.
Yeah,
it was below an outlet. You could
like
go
a bazaar.
Man, you could go buy tons of stuff for about $150.
For real?
And you could even, kind of resell it a little bit.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that resale, man.
My wife hooked me up with Temu. You know about Temu?
Yeah. They actually got some good stuff on there too.
They got some good stuff. That's what I got
some
Temu shoes on.
Bro, you can catch stuff on Temu. Temu is basically $5 and under, $5 below. You can get some good stuff on Temu, man.
Hey, I see some stuff I really wanted, but I was afraid to order it. I was like, for that price, I don't know if it could be right.
Well, I was afraid to order it too
I wouldn't have touched it, but my wife was like, she's got a Temu package every day.
Yeah, Jesse told me about Temu. She was like, "Man,
that's
because I didn't think it was good, but people at her job told her it's legit stuff on Temu." Yeah. But that's like Abu Dhabi, and that what it's called? Alibaba.
Alibaba,
yeah, Alibaba. Like you can get some very inexpensive things.
Oh yeah,
we're talking China prices. Yeah, for off Temu and these other spots. So but
not jumper cables. I'll just tell you now. If you're looking for jumper cables,
don't get it on Temu.
Yeah, I think the shipping cost is kicking it.
Oh, gotcha.
But,
gotcha.
Yeah, that's not the place to go for that.
Gotcha. Right on. Well, don't get your jumper cables on Temu, but you can get your shoes and all the other stuff.
Shoes,
get your new battery and stay off the jumper cables.
Hey, your shirt might come in medium, but just order that bad boy two sizes big, man. You'll be all right.
Yeah, check the size chart.
Yeah, you'll be all right, man.
Carefully.
Yeah, definitely appreciate y'all joining us today, man.
Remember,
we had a lot of fun.
Not inches.
Yeah. Well, that's what she said, Yeah,
you want to switch that.
She didn't say that to me. But
she said it, she just said to none of us.
Hey man, appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all had a good time. We had a great time. Got a little more to talk about. Everybody got bye weeks this week. Notre Dame got a bye. Yeah. Colorado's got a bye. Florida State's got a bye. Dallas got a bye.
No, Dak got a bye.
Yeah, Dak got a bye. Yeah, Dak got a bye. Hey, that's good. That's good. At least there won't be interceptions this week from Dak. That's what happens with the bye week. We can just count on no picks. But anyway, man, appreciate y'all joining us, man. We'll see y'all next week. Sometime around noonish. Astute gentlemen, man, y'all get out here. Come have a drink. Come have a smoke. Get a haircut while you're doing it. Have a great time. Jeff, appreciate you again for the hospitality, man. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Next Tuesday, noonish.
Wednesday.
Oh, see, look at that. I'm on the wrong day, so don't ask.